Right. So, it's been an interesting few months. Thanks to every single person out there that has subscribed and watched the channel, supported, even financially. Every single one of you I have to thank for helping this channel grow. It's all your fault, right? And I love doing it. I want to thank also for those that have checked out my other 3 channels that I advertised. They are slowly but surely growing, and they're great too, because I don't do commentary over there. They're simply just covering like game or anime, that sort of thing, which is really awesome. So I obviously let my hair down figuratively, right, over here, because I love fighting games. So there's a lot more to talk about. Over there, it's kind of like building a library. Now, over the few months, I have talked to many people. Most of them have been people, when it comes to we're talking here like big debates or big conversations, people that either compete competitively, pros, whatnot. And I can safely say that the only person that actually felt like from that scene, right, and I'm not talking about obviously the friends that I've made and the people I've spoken to in Discord and stuff like that. I'm talking about like the people that, clearly had taken grave issue with my opinion. And it's an interesting thing actually, because you can never, if you put forth your opinion and you genuinely believe in it, that's a good faith argument, right? Never said I was an expert in anything, even debating. I'm a terrible debater, obviously. Can look like a right buffoon. But what I do know is what I believe in, what I feel. And hopefully I can, at the very least, convey that in some sort of capacity so people can understand it. So that way, it makes sense. And so over the course of these last few months, it's become very apparent, apart from one individual, that there is no good faith discussion here. There's no good faith debating. There is simply the case of they want to win, and they're going to do everything they can and twist everything they can to turn it around, right? And I've obviously had a lot of support, people done videos, comments, that sort of thing, and I see it all, and I thank everyone for that. But over the last few days, even though I've still been putting out stuff, I decided to sort of really think on it, because there's this overwhelming feeling of just darkness when it comes to dealing with some of these people. Something is wrong. There is no good faith discussion to be had with these people. Their goal, and their only goal, is to turn you into entertainment, which is why I did a video a few videos back about how I have become their content, because I have, right? This is what they do, and it's not just with me, they do it with other people as well. They harvest, and they are quite happy in the problems that some of these other people, have, and they don't seem to care about their well-being or anything like that, just as long as it's for their entertainment, right? And of course, some of these discussions as well have absolutely devolved into positions where it's just like, am I in the schoolyard? And that's nothing that I've done, because TW Booty Hunter put out a great video, greatest name on the internet, by the way, fully breaking down one of the debates. There was a couple of times he's like, man, Fate, like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you arguing back? Why aren't you saying stuff back? Well, one, that serves no purpose, right? I'm trying to have a good, honest conversation. Whether or not they agree, it doesn't matter. You can both shake hands after a conversation, even if you both are polar opposites, and walk away. But it's very obvious, given certain interactions, connective tissue with people, all that sort of jazz, that there was never an intention to understand, right? Now, I may not understand certain things when I first started talking about certain aspects when it came to like maybe defensive options or whatnot, but I learned, I listened, and I admitted when I was wrong. These people will never be wrong. They will never admit that they were wrong, misled, misguided, or expose their true intentions, which is to not only just, have bad faith conversations with me, but also any of you out there as well. People like that, there is no point. It's the very same reason that I suggest to people that surround yourself with people that lift you up, that are good for your soul. Because that's the only thing that matters. Okay? And now I'm not saying me. I'm just saying you guys need to do that for yourselves with whoever in life, right? Surround yourself with good people. The bad people will always drag you down and make you feel like shit when you never even had a reason to feel like shit. The only person out of this entire amount of people, and I'm not talking about the people I've spoken to on my Discord, and friends I've met and stuff like that, and shared a laugh. I'm talking about, obviously, you know, people out of the only pro scene or people that used to compete, people that are highly skilled at their game, even if they haven't competed. One person, only one person, managed to actually be normal. And that was MK Tom Brady. Out of all of them, he was the only one that, despite whether or not I had as much knowledge as him, he was willing to try and see it or understand from my point of view without mockery, insults, put downs, shaming, or just clowning for the audience. Because he understands. Now, I know I see comments about Tom Brady and I don't give a shit what anyone says. I am going to take what I am sold. If you sell me yourself, you know, the way that you present yourself and the way that you talk to me, I'm going to say, you're a good dude, you're a good dudette. If you decide to go talk about me behind your back, that's not on me, that's on you. Right? But I'm going to take people as they are, and the people that I have taken as they are, I wouldn't bother in a pink fit. I wouldn't bother even going out of my way. Because these people, apart from Tom, don't want to have good conversation. They don't want to try and understand. They only want to be right forever. Right? You don't have to convince someone of your opinion on something, especially something as innocuous as a video game, to the point that these people get down to a very sort of low, 3 IQ level of insults, because either they have no idea what you're talking about, which I don't think so, or they do know what you're talking about, but because they've got a captive and online audience, it is in their vested interest to make sure that they aren't clowned or they aren't made to be looking stupid. Now, I do my videos, which, like a lot of people out there, when they share an opinion, it is your opinion and you have every right to say that. And if you say that opinion in good faith, it's honest. If you truly believe that something is not fun, if you truly believe that you don't like this or don't like that, you actually don't have to defend it. You can literally say, no, I don't like it. And somebody goes, oh, well, you need to have this, and this reason to give me as to why you don't like it. Who made them in control of what you think and what you do? And in fact, who gave them the right to even think that you even need to sit there and actually explain yourself over something as ridiculous as going, I don't like this video game. It's crap. I don't like this. I don't like the gameplay. I'm sick of the combos, blah, 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 blah. You notice that I haven't put out anything negative on Tekken, because Tekken 8, as a video game, sold. As a fighting game, sold. As a video game fighting game, what's the other one? And just as the overall like fun product, sold. It's amazing. 99% perfect for me. Might be different for you, but for me, it's great. And I see the comments, oh, he's going to put out videos complaining about the combos. Listen, man, I have fought people where I'm like, have I touched a button? You know, I've been perfected into the wall. And believe me, I've perfected people too. It's actually not that difficult to do. But I win or lose, and that's fine. But I have fun. Because there's so much else in the rest of the game. The communication between the developers and the customer is fantastic. It's amazing. The instant online connectivity, apart from the server overload, which they fixed on their end, not our end with a patch, everything has been pretty much 99% smooth sailing. It's been wonderful. That's my experience. Just my experience. Not everyone's, just mine, right? So there's nothing really negative to talk about. Even Harada has come out and mentioned that there are boosters and cheaters. I don't know if it was, I'm pretty sure, was it those words specifically? He said something along the lines of, because something was about, he said something about, it was the same post, and maybe you guys can tell in the comments, it was a post where somebody created Heihachi out of Jack 8, right? And then like Harada's joking, going, oh, I'm going to ban you now. And then he goes, not joking. And then he follows it up with something like, oh, and by the way, there are like people boosting and all sorts of stuff. And so we will be addressing that. Let me see if I can find that, right? Now, I got told that, or somebody had mentioned that apparently nobody ever cheats. Nobody ever does anything nefarious when it comes to online play, right? And that in itself is a great disservice. Because what that means is it means that if there are indeed people causing problems, then those very few out there, they want you to shut up. And they don't want you to say anything because, well, maybe they're the ones cheating, right? So I have to find the post. If you guys remember the post, oh, here we go. On a different topic, we are currently dealing with the cheaters on the ranking boards. This is not a joke. Now, that could be through simply boosting. I don't know. But you can check it out. January 30th, he'd made the post. This is what you call good communication. Okay, this is what you call listening. And that's why Tekken 8 also is an amazing product. Now, to finalize, moving forward, and I've had a few people suggest this to me, and I'm not in disagreement with this. There is no point talking to these people anymore. There is no point in having a good conversation or trying to have people understand things. I was talking to someone the other day that flat out just simply said, no, that is simply not possible that these things occurred. There's just no way, as if they were hiding in the cupboard watching me 20 years ago. That's ridiculous. These people are only interested in painting you in a certain light because they have decided to lie to themselves about certain narratives so that way my voice and your voice doesn't get bigger. So they can go, oh, well, here's a this, and here's a that, and he's done this, and he's done that. The thing is, though, that it's just me, 46-year-old bald man in Australia, talking about fighting games because I love fighting games. Right? I'm not trying to change the world, but I'm just trying to share my opinion. And by proposing your thoughts and your opinion, honestly, is a good faith argument. And people that have bad faith arguments or are putting forward the narrative of, well, no, I don't really care what he says or she says. I'm gonna twist it in ways to try and jam you up. And that's manipulation. That's bad faith argument. And that makes them a terrible debater and it makes them a terrible person to even talk to. Doesn't matter how nice you sound. Doesn't matter how aggressive you sound. It doesn't matter how mean you sound. My channel hasn't been affected. I have the support by my fans, by the people that have donated through money in various means, the people that subscribe, watch, everyone. Thank you. You got me here and you continually put me here every single day. It is you who have blessed me, never the other way around. So for all the trying that people have done outside of Tom, for all the other people that have tried and continually try and fail, the reason why they fail is because the entire premise is lost on them. And this is something I want you guys to remember. It always comes back down to one thing. You are the customer. And it doesn't matter if you know everything. It doesn't matter if you know like 1% of something. The menu music could be enough to piss you off and you go, nah, not dealing with this crap. And they go, oh, but you need to give 10 hours in this game. Nah, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your time, and you have every single right in this realm to do with it any way you see fit. And never let anyone tell you different. Catch you next time.